What's going on, man? It's your boy Just Nice, and we are here for episode 3 of Nice Cigarz podcast. Joining me today is Nick Suarez, owner and COO of Cigar Den in East Brunswick, New Jersey. With 9 years in cigar retail, a deep passion for boutique cigars, and a serious sneaker collection, we're diving into cigars, sneakers, Pokemon, and the business and culture behind it all. What's up, Nick, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm happy that we could finally make this happen. One that I really wanted to do because it's not just cigars, man. It's cigars, it's sneakers, which is, that's the first love of my life. And I mean, this guy's got an 04 pair of Olympic 7s on, and the sole is coming off. Like, look at this, man. This is history right here, man. Like, history. First, let the people know a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, brother.
Well, I'm a Brooklyn-born gentleman from Brooklyn, I guess. This is like my first time doing this.
You good, bro? We're good.
I started out my career in customer service. I then went into mall retail development, and then I started selling cigars in Brooklyn in about 2017, 2018. Left in 2020, came to New Jersey. And been doing it ever since.
Oh, so you were doing it in Brooklyn before here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope as shit. You're owner and COO of Cigar Den in East Brunswick, where we are right now in this beautiful lounge.
Thank you.
How did that opportunity come about?
So I was working in Brooklyn, and a former customer of mine, who's now my business partner, presented the opportunity to me to do something that I wouldn't normally be able to do on my own, and said, hey, you're really good at what you do. Would you like to open your own business? And I said, let's do it. And we progressed from there. COVID happened, got let go from the other place, and said, this is the perfect opportunity to do this. Mm-hmm. So, the COVID shutdown actually pushed me to get to where I am today. And we opened up in 2021, and it's history from there.
Fire. What made you fall in love with cigars in the first place?
I think the time that it takes to smoke them, the relaxing aspect of it. I just love to sit back and chill. And I was in a very fast-paced industry, and I went on a cruise, and I found cigars on a cruise ship, and I sat there and I smoked, and I said, I think this is something I can really get into. Mm-hmm. And I got back to shore. I called one of my friends who was in the cigar industry at the time, and I said, hey, where can I get one of these cigars? And they were like, dude, you can get that anywhere, but the most important part is that cigars are a journey, and no matter what you smoke, you're gonna love it or hate it. It's gonna cost you, but you're gonna build your palate, you're gonna build your portfolio, and I just fell in love. I fell in love from there. And
that's what people don't understand, like the logistics of this cigar culture, the piece. Like yesterday, I was doing an episode, and that was the main thing that he was saying, how cigars is just like a peaceful thing. It's so peaceful, like, especially like, there's nothing better to me, bro, after a long day of work or a long day of traveling, going and sitting in a comfortable chair, drinking something that you love and smoking a cigar. Like, that shit is just priceless. It's really priceless, bro.
That is what we aim for at Cigar Den. I mean, we you see the setup behind the camera, but we shot for comfortability and wanting to be here for a really long time. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't give my customer something that I wouldn't want, so that's why we presented it the way we did, with comfortable chairs, boutique humidor, brands that you want to smoke, not stuff that's forced on you. So that I think that's a really important part of the industry.
Absolutely. You've been in cigar retail for 9 years, like you said. What's the biggest thing people misunderstand about cigars, in your opinion?
I think people think cigars are either for extra wealthy people, and another part of it is I think people think it's just something to do, instead of it being a pastime. Mm-hmm. I wholeheartedly believe that cigars are meant, like we said before, to sit down and enjoy. There's a lot of guys that come in and like, I just want something I can throw away, and I'm like, okay, I get that you want to do that, I'm going to help you to do that, but I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the quick smoke, the yard guard, if I don't like it, I'll throw it away. I think it's a sit down and relax environment and hobby, and that's one of the most misunderstanding things about the industry.
And look, listen, I didn't know anything about this Aladino 85. I knew about Aladino. I've smoked a couple before, but not this one. I seen you were really bigging up this cigar. I never had it yet, so I'm really excited to see.
Well, we hope you enjoy it because it was our cigar of the year here. I think it is one of those brands that embodies what cigar brands should be. It's family owned. It's totally vertical. So from seed to your hand, from factory box makers, everything. They do everything in house, and I think that's what cigar companies should do. And when you call up, if you don't call your rep and you call in house, you're going to get somebody that owns that company on the phone. And I think that they're a great brand. They focus a lot on creating great product, no matter what the portfolio is. I mean, what the profile is. So they really knocked it out of the park with this.
That's dope. Let me borrow your lighter, my brother. So, what separates a boutique cigar from a big brand cigar?
I'll define for you what I think. Well, the true definition of a boutique cigar to me is, if I have to explain it to you, it's boutique.
Okay.
So if you come in and say, listen, I need a Monte Cristo or I need a Romeo and Juliet, I think those are brands that are ingrained in us naturally when we start to get into this. Mm-hmm. But if you say, what's an Aladino, what's a Dunbarton, what's a Roma Craft?
Yeah.
That becomes a boutique to me.
Roma Craft is good.
Roma Craft is what I'm smoking right now.
Oh, okay.
So that's the main. And also, I think boutique brands still have that personal touch, where families are involved with rolling. They're not just bought out by other companies and said, all right, listen, we're going to buy your small brand and make it big and just put a band on it and lose that quality control. That's what I believe. I think smaller brands they have that personal touch still. Like the owners in the factory, the owners in the field,
directly involved.
Like when you have a face. Anybody in the industry would know this, but you have a face to Roma Craft, you have a face to Dunbar, you have a face to Tatuaje, but what's the face of Monte Cristo? What's the face of Oliva? I mean, if you know the CEOs of these companies, but these are faceless brands, and they're not boutique in my eyes.
It's like going to an event. It's like you go to big events. Who's the face behind the event? That's the thing. When I'm doing an event, you can walk up to me. You can talk to me. We can sit and have a conversation.
Correct.
I am the face. I'm the logo. You know what I mean? So it's definitely different when it comes to branding, when there's a face behind the brand that you can actually speak to. How do you decide which cigars make it in the cigar den?
We as a team have to try them. I do like when my team presents stuff to me, such as we had a brand that we love to support, which we will be bringing back this year, which is All Saints, and my buddy Mike, who's actually in the building right now. What's up, Mike?
Shout out, Mike.
So Mike, a couple years ago, brought a cigar to me, and he said, I got a cigar you got to try. It's the tits, for lack of a better term, because who doesn't love that, right?
The tits, that's hilarious.
So he presents the cigar to me, and there's three things that I look at with a cigar: band presentation, cellophane quality, and does it have a barcode? And if all those things match and they're all good, then I smoke the cigar and I see what's going on with it. I also take into effect my clientele. Is it something that I would smoke? Because most of the stuff in my humidor is what I would smoke outside of certain flavored brands, which it's not my thing.
Yeah.
But that's how we usually gauge it, to see like how many people would this really affect. If it's a big ring gauge cigar, how many people are actually going to buy into this? If it's a brand that's strictly big ring gauges for 5-6 people, maybe not. But we definitely take into effect how receptive our customer would be.
You're good at this. You didn't even know you were good at this. You're pretty fucking good, man. What's a cigar you think
It's my first time doing this. So
hey, listen.
Bear with me.
But this is the thing. It seems hard, but you're a person of business. It's easy to speak with any question that's given to you, because you've been taught. Even if it's self-taught, you know what I'm saying? Business is business, bro. Anyway, all right. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little off track, but
we'll edit that out. Don't worry.
What's a cigar you think every beginner should try? But that's why I love my podcast. The little sidetrack shit, I'll never cut anything out. Everything's going on, bro. But I'm sorry. What cigar do you think every beginner should try?
Every beginner should smoke. First off, I don't want beginner smokers to be scared of dark wrappers.
Okay.
I think it's a misconception in this industry that dark equals strong. It does tend to go that way sometimes, but A cigar that I would want everybody to smoke, it has to be the Flor de las Antillas from my father. It's a sun-grown wrapper with Nicaraguan guts.
Okay.
It's got a little umph to it, but it's not over the top. And it's a band that doesn't really fall into that my father category, so you overlook it most of the time. And staying in that category as well, the La Dueña, which has more power, and I think everybody should understand that cigar as well. On the darker side of cigars, because I want people to smoke them and not be scared, is the Aladino Maduro.
Okay.
Dark cigar, sweet tobacco inside. It's Honduran with a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, but it's not over the top. It's not going to knock you out, and you have to have that to understand that dark wrappers don't necessarily mean strong.
Okay. I find myself now, so I'm part of Summers Point Cigar Lounge. That's where I'm a member at. And he's got these house blends in there, and one is it Peruvian tobacco? That tobacco is like, it's sweet, but not like flavored sweet.
Yeah.
It gives you you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love them now, bro.
It's got like a dried fruit taste
yes,
to it. Like
bro.
but
It's so
not infused. It's not,
And he was telling me the last couple of times I came in, like, yo, you should try that Peruvian. We were talking, even he was our first episode on the podcast. Shout out Steve. And I was like, I just kept bypassing. One day I'm just like, you know what? I tried it. And now I'm like, yo, let me get 5 of them. Like, they're good, bro. What's one cigar that only seasoned smokers really appreciate?
One cigar that seasoned smokers appreciate. That's tough. I gotta stare at the humidor for a minute.
Can't think of one. I know what I can think of. Well, so a lot of people see I'm a Liga provider and fan.
Okay.
I love nines.
Okay.
I love nines. H99 used to be my favorite, but because at one point nines used to knock my head off when I first started smoking, and I didn't want no parts of that shit. Then I was smoking H99s, really loved them. Then once I graduated to the 9, now I'm just in love with nines, man.
I don't have a specific cigar that I think seasoned smokers would appreciate only. I think we also tend to forget that, we start out as a lot of people start out flavored, and then a lot of people go into Connecticut, and then they go into medium body, and then they go into that full range, right? And then when they get to the top, they're like, I only smoke full body. But I think Connecticut cigars are things that true seasoned smokers appreciate.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because I think our palates become more refined as we smoke. And when you revisit that Connecticut that you started with, I think you understand it better than when you first started.
See, I think it got different for me. Like, once I loved Connecticut's, and then once I started smoking heavy, there would be only certain ones that I like the Perdomo, the champagne one, right?
Okay.
I love that one. Didn't like it when I first started smoking, which is crazy to me. Didn't like it when I first started smoking. Now I'm smoking heavy. I went back to try it. Now I like the Connecticut. It's crazy. I don't know. It's weird as hell.
So the Connecticut's that I would recommend going back to is My Father Connecticut. I think the Rocky Patel Connecticut's a great Connecticut. I think Aladino makes an awesome Connecticut. The Jaime Garcia Connecticut Churchill is awesome, and the EC from Romacraft is one of the best Connecticut's out there, especially with what's underneath it, not just that Connecticut wrapper, boring tobacco. You have those great profiles in there that don't just give you, like that boring old man cigar. So I think those Connecticut's should be revisited and understood as a refined smoker.
Only Connecticut from what you just named was the My Father that I've ever even had.
If you revisit that, you'd probably understand it better than when you first started.
Yeah, I haven't smoked one in years, man.
Well, we got to get you one.
How important is the lounge experience versus just selling cigars?
The importance of the lounge experience is that we all sell the same product. So essentially, for most shops, we're borrowing people's brands. And what you do is you're selling Padron, you're selling all these brands, you're selling all the major stuff that everybody else has. Beyond the humidor, beyond the cash register, is the experience of the lounge itself. So what you're selling is the experience of comfortable chairs, what's on TV, what's the music like, what are people talking about, and what's your culture like at your shop. So anybody can sell cigars, anybody can ring anybody up. But when you come through those doors and you come past that humidor and you say, hey, I'm having a seat with you guys, that experience is what you're really selling to the customer.
Absolutely.
Because all these brands can be bought anywhere, but you can't buy this anywhere. You can only get this here. And we try to shoot for making everybody feel welcome and try to give everybody the best experience possible.
My man, what's your personal go-to smoke when you're just relaxing right now?
Right now, if I had to pick up anything and just smoke it, Bougie Nick would say Padron 40.
Okay.
All day long.
Hey, Mike.
That's a $40
Bougie Nick said his go-to right now is Padron 40.
100%.
Everyday cigar. Everyday Cigars Flor de la Santilla Sungrown, and my other everyday cigar is discontinued, which is the Roma Craft Cro-Mag Anthropology, which I loved so much. It's actually what pops in my head when people say boutique cigars.
Damn. And they don't make them anymore.
It's discontinued. The original blend is discontinued. They do have a newer blend that's out with Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper. It's just as good, but it's not what the original was, which we miss and love, and I hope they bring back one day.
So there could be some in some back road lounges that people don't know about that are sitting.
Oh, 100%. They are sitting on gold.
Crazy. Damn.
And if you have any, just send them to me. I'll definitely take them from you.
Any crazy or memorable moments from running a cigar lounge?
Crazy moments. I got to go to like my staff for that. I don't know. We've had some weird people walk through. I don't know, man. Nothing off the top of my head with crazy. I mean, there's these little nuances of people that have, you have interactions with people that are, a little different, but nothing too crazy. Thank God. I mean, I think it's a blessing to not be able to answer that question.
Absolutely blessed, because things can get crazy, man. Mm-hmm. When did your sneaker obsession start?
I was about 7 years old.
Okay.
My first like want, my first need for a pair of sneakers were Jordan 12 flu games, before they were called flu games. I never got them. I got bred 13s instead of 12s. So that was my first pair of Jordans, and then I continued on with collecting. And then as I got older, I went into SBs. And I think that's like my sweet spot, my favorite thing about,
What got me started was seeing that Taxi 12 Jordan commercial when I was a kid, man. You see, like, everything's in slow motion. The people are in the gym on the treadmill. Michael Jordan's floating through the air, and like everybody in everyone's life, the scenes, everyone's in slow mo, and then Jordan's flying through the air, and then the Taxi 12 comes up, and I lost my. I mean, to me at that time, bro, Jordan was like a stone cold comic book character. Like, he was a superhero to me as a kid, bro. And I remember, crazy story, bro. My mom, I couldn't, like, I got my first pair of Jordans, real Jordans, like, bought out of the store when I was like 15 or 16. Everything else was just like Fila or whatever, you know what I mean? But I remember, like it was yesterday, it was this, the Jordan 17s with the big strap over the whole thing, the blue and white pair. That was my first real pair of Jordans. But anyway, tell you about this Taxi 12. My uncle, right? He used to get his Jordans, play basketball in them, beat them to hell. Even when same day he's going out beating his Jordans to hell, right? And I seen he got the Taxi 12s. Now, me and my uncle were the same size. Kept telling us, Uncle Dwight, please, whenever you don't want those sneakers no more, please tell me. I want them. I'm calling them every day.
Hand-me-downs are cool.
Yo, he got to the point where he was like, boy, come get these damn sneakers. I literally, bro, if I'm lying, I'm flying, right hand to God. The sneakers I had on was all holed up, messed up, right? I took them sneakers, threw them away, got on my bike in socks, and rode my bike to my uncle's crib, bro. And then when I tell you, my uncle they were like a week old. He beat them because he's literally, I'm talking, my uncle used to dunk. He thought he was Jordan, but he was nice.
He's really
dunk on
balling in these
people.
things.
Oh, bro, listen, they were so beat up, and I was so happy I had them Taxi 12s, bro. I got a Taxi 12 tattooed on my calf, bro. That's my favorite shoe ever. You collect Nike SBs, Jordans, runners, casual, LA Adidas. Which lane is your absolute favorite? You need one lane.
If I got to pick a lane, it's got to be SB. SB Low was something that I collected before Travis Scott decided to ruin the game. So I'll give you a rundown of like the things I had before the game blew up.
Bro, nobody was wearing Dunks or SBs until SBs. Travis did that. I am so glad we're talking about this right now.
Gibson Lows, Premier Northern Light Lows. Old Spices, Space Tigers, 720s. These are all low top. Ryu mids. I have my skunks in my closet still at home. I mean,
so I stay true to my.
I think SB is my lane.
I've been a person who's never liked dunks, never liked SBs, and I've seen people who I literally know have said they will never wear dunks. And then when this hype craze came, I'm looking like, what the hell? I'm like, for one, I never liked dunks for one because I've always had a big ass foot. I wear a size 15.
Yeah,
so dunks on me look insane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Never was gonna wear them, but it's just crazy how that's why I love seeing real SB and Nike Dunk collectors, because a lot of these people, it's just the hype train, and then now you can go get any dunk now for $50 because they done ran it dry.
That they did.
Have you seen those Nardwuar ones?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would wear those. I mean, I wear some wacky stuff every
Dope
Christmas.
piece,
I wear my candy canes every Christmas, and I get a lot of like compliments on it. But I think that's more of like a put it away kind of collab, not really wear it. I mean, unless you can pull it off.
Yeah. So you named a couple pair, right? But what is the grail in your collection right now? To you, that one pair this is my grail. It don't even matter if it's worth $5 or $5,000. Your personal, like, this is my shoe.
Does it have to be SB?
No, it could be anything, any pair.
All right, Grail. I think Grail is like that high-priced item.
That's not. See, to me,
You
Grail
mean
is like
favorite shoe of all time.
That's in your collection. That's your favorite. That you will choose over if you have a $5,000 pair. But this pair that's worth $200, this means something to me. That's Grail. Grail isn't money to me.
It's got to be my Bread 13s.
Okay, is that from when you were a kid?
Because of that, yeah, I think that's a pair. Cherry 12s, I think are a great pair. But like my Grail pair, the one sneaker that I'll always choose over everything is not a Jordan or an SB.
Okay,
it's an analog Yeezy 700. I will wear that every single day.
Really?
Analog Yeezy 700s. The most
I was
comfortable
not
shoe,
expecting that.
The most comfortable shoe I've ever. And you know what? I realized it was really comfortable when I was working here a lot and on my feet, and I wore it every day. And if I can get Yeezy Analog 700s for retail, I'll buy them up every day. That is like a shoe that I would go to all the time.
And that's strictly for comfort.
That's strictly for comfort.
And I get that because, at one point I was this Jordan guy. I got to get every pair. But now, bro, I'm only wearing these 2016 Breads because I'm here today. Usually I'm wearing New Balance 9060s every single day because I can wear those for 10 hours straight. And it feel like I just put them on that 10th hour.
I wore mine yesterday, my 9060s. I think they're DTLR exclusive.
Oh, yeah, you got the
red
good ones. Yeah.
And
I got them, red and yellow.
I would still wear 700s over 9060s.
I think it's me personally, too, because I have a wider foot and I have a size 15.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and that 9060 is width, and, you know what I mean?
That'll get the job done.
Because I got I still have a couple pair of 700s left. I got the bright blues. I got, I don't even know what the name of them are. They're like gray, orange. I can't remember what the name of those ones are. I still got some 350s. I got the all black Jones.
Never got into 350s. Never was it 750s, the high top one with the strap.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
That's
crazy work.
700s, I think they give you that chunky look. They were comfortable. They go with a lot. The 700s are really where it's at.
So you love the Wave Runners for sure.
Oh, I'm on my third pair.
What pair do you regret not buying when you had the chance?
There's honestly, because I wore everything, there really isn't anything that I regret not buying.
Okay.
It came, it went, it either was opportunity. The only one that I really wish that I got was, I remember going out to Blades in Manhattan. I waited outside for it and I never got it, was the Space Jam SB.
Okay.
First two guys in line bought it up and everybody in the back of the line was like, beat.
Oh, they let them buy everything?
This was before raffles, lottery, Nike getting involved. So this was like 2011, 2012. I regret not acquiring the shoe, but...
That's sickening. First two dudes buy them all line.
First two guys bought them all, and we were like, all right, well, there's that.
Damn. So, I'm not even going to ask this question. You're more... Because it says, what I had was, are you more about wearing your sneakers or keeping them on ice? You wear your shit.
There's not one DS pair in my collection.
Mm-hmm. Me neither. Mine.
Can't take them. I mean, unless you're going to want to rock one to stock.
Yeah,
I'm okay
that's
with
different.
that. But Skunks are worn, Gibsons are worn, Jordans are worn. Even my, grandma's couch, limited edition Adidas, worn. All of it. It's all worn. None of it's DS.
How has sneaker culture changed from when you started collecting to now? I mean, there's so much. What's one thing?
I think there was more versatility in sneaker culture back in the day than there is now. I think the hype train runs everything. I think we're going to tell you what to wear, and if you're not wearing it, whatever. But I remember back in the day, you could wear a pair of Barclays, you can wear a pair of Jordans, you can wear whatever it is that you wanted to wear, and it was about sneaker culture, not brand culture or TikTok's telling you to wear this.
Yeah.
So I think sneaker culture died when the bots got involved, and what made me actually give up on sneaker culture was I wanted those camo foamposites.
Okay.
I went online, clicked the link from Twitter, sold out
Instantly.
instant, and I was just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done with lining up and raffle tickets and all that stuff. So that really
Yeah, bots destroyed the game,
Bots
bro.
ruined the game.
Destroyed the game. Like, do you see similarities between sneaker culture and cigar culture?
I do. I think, once again, the hype train runs everything. I think things are sometimes they're not rare because they're good. They're good because they're rare. I think there's a lot of collecting that goes into this, where you can see that a brand comes out with a certain run of cigars, and then you have a brand that comes out with a certain run of sneakers, and there's only so many that are made, and you have that same concept of collecting and putting away and value going up. So there's a lot of similarities there.
For sure. If cigars had grills like sneakers, what would they be? Can you give me a couple?
Grail Cigars, all-time greatest.
Give me three.
I can give you one. Padron 80th Maduro. It is the grail of all cigars.
Yeah?
Till this day. It is, in my opinion, the greatest cigar ever made. I stand by that. And it's crazy because Padron's such a big brand, and you would think that should be the answer, but that is the grail of all cigars.
Damn, I'm gonna have to try one of them
And then
eventually.
I think after that, yeah, I mean, it's all subjective. It really is subjective.
Yeah.
But I think Padron 80th would be one of those cigars that I think unanimously everybody can get on board with.
What does one of those retail for?
42, 46.
That's it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try
made,
one.
8-count boxes. They're awesome cigars. I think they are the pinnacle of cigars.
I never tried one out for the 80th. I'm gonna have to try that now.
Yeah.
Question. Okay, so we about to get in depth with this.
Okay.
What cigar would you pair with a classic Jordan 1?
So Jordan 1 was obviously the first shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Against the grain. Couldn't wear it because he would always get in trouble for it.
Mm-hmm.
Classic. I think it has to be a cigar that broke barrier.
Okay.
And change things a little bit. I'm gonna go My Father Blue.
Okay.
First Honduran cigar from the My Father lineup, and it was an absolute home run.
A classic Jordan 1, My Father Blue. Now, what cigar would you pair with a Nike SB Dunk?
Because it's my favorite, I have to go Roma Craft Chromag.
Okay. Roma Craft with the SB Dunk. Now, what cigar would you pair with a clean Adidas Runner?
Adidas runners have gone off the deep end where they're not as sought after as they used to be or interesting.
But in their prime.
In their prime. I mean, you're talking about Yeezy making it the hottest
We're
the hottest
talking about
thing, like
Pharrell. We're talking
NMDs like
yeah,
that.
man.
I gotta go something more middle of the road. I go like Tabernacle.
Okay.
Foundation, solid cigar.
Great cigar, man.
Timeless.
Those are good three
Cla-
matchups,
It's
man.
a classic.
Okay. Do sneakers influence your vibe when you're in the lounge?
Influence my vibe? Actually, I think the no, it doesn't. It doesn't change anything about me really. What I wear usually coincides with like if it's a holiday or a themed event. Like like today I'm wearing my Olympic 7s that are ready to fall apart. But, it's because of the jersey match and we're doing this, and I just wanted to wear something different because I didn't know that was going to happen. But
Hey, man, I got somebody that'll fix that up for you, bro.
We definitely need to connect with them because I got to revive these.
Could you ever see collabs between sneaker brands and cigar lounges?
No.
No?
No. The reason why is because one of the things that we've done as Americans for forever is smoke cigars, and we are one of the most hated industries in the world.
You're right about that.
Nobody would ever put their brand on the line to back something that has almost zero effect on you and brings people together. But we're still looked at like absolute criminals.
That's my dream, bro, is to be part of a cigar brand and do sneaker version cigars. That's like, I've been thinking about that for so long.
See, these brands they tiptoe around wanting to do like cigar related stuff. Like SB did their cigar cities, which I have a pair of in my closet. I'll show you them one day. But like you're not making it official where like you're using a colorway from a brand and saying I really want to do an actual collab with you.
Yeah.
They're not edgy enough to do that because Nike and Adidas are going to be like, hey, if we'd mess with Big Tobacco, people are probably not going to mess with us anymore. So I think they tiptoe around that a little bit, which I say buy in on it.
Yeah.
Be edgy, be different. I mean, collaborate with somebody. I think that would be a great idea.
And I don't even mean collaborate. I just mean like, let's say like when it comes to Jordan or something like that. So let's just say Bread 11. Bread BRED is not legitly into the the Nike catalog for that sneaker. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
So just saying Bread 11 on a cigar. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how that cigar would be. Of course, you can't put the sneaker on it, but everyone would know when you see BRED 11.
You know it's a shoe.
You know exactly what we're talking about.
You know it's black and red.
You know what I mean? But just thoughts that I've thought about. But what were the biggest challenges opening and running Cigar Den?
Biggest challenges. First of all, I came out here with zero friends or family surrounding me. So it was me in the lounge, and it became just me introducing myself to people that came through the door and showing them the culture and seeing what's going on. So if I did this in Brooklyn, it would have been way different. But having no clientele and every day building and recommending and talking to people was a great challenge. The biggest challenge in this industry, and I know it doesn't have anything to do with your question, is cigar lounge etiquette. It is a huge problem because a lot of people like to say, I used to go to this place and they let me do this, and I go to that place and they let me do that. And sometimes those are subjective things that you can and cannot do at a cigar lounge. But then there are things that you don't do, like spit in an ashtray or bring your own cigars or speakerphone and really loud. So etiquette is really, I think it's the biggest challenge for every single person in this industry.
Spitting in a fucking ashtray.
It wasn't my experience. It was one of my guys here.
That is, bro. That would enrage. Even if I'm just sitting and I see someone doing that, like that is ridiculous. Spitting in an ashtray, bro.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Like they had to throw it away. Like it wasn't even worth cleaning.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, absolutely
like
not.
That's a no-no. But I think lounge etiquette's the biggest uphill battle for everybody. But starting out with zero clientele and then building the clientele here and building the culture, it was a gift and a curse. Because
you had to start from the bottom.
Yeah, we bought a brand from somebody who had previous experiences with customers, and then we moved it over and, you know, went on Google reviews and replied to people that had negative experiences or neutral experiences, whatever it was, and introduced ourselves and said, hey, we're new owners, come back, you know, we don't do that anymore, we don't do this, or we'll make this better. But the uphill battle was starting this from the bottom.
Hey, you did a hell of a job, my brother.
Thank you.
Can say that. I mean,
and you know, we love everybody that appreciates being here, and you know, doors always open, and it's always a good time.
oh man, if I was closer, I'd always be here. I could tell you that. What advice would you give someone trying to get into the cigar business, whether it be lounge, whether it be anything cigar-wise? Let's just say lounge. What advice would you give?
Be yourself. Respect your customers. Set boundaries between friendships and business. You're going to have a lot of haters that are not going to like what you do, no matter what it is. And you just got to keep on going. Like, you're going to get guys that don't agree with, you know, you have rules for events, you have rules for, like, you know, we have the playoffs coming up. So we usually do like a 2 cigar minimum per block for Sundays. That just guarantees you a seat.
Yeah.
Some people agree with it, some people don't. Now what that does is that puts a guaranteed seat for yourself while paying for that spot. I'm happy, you're happy, we're good to go.
But this is my thing. Why are you coming to a cigar lounge anyway if you're not purchasing?
I can't answer.
See my thing with that's lounge etiquette to me. You get what I'm saying? Like,
and that's a major. The problem is that a lot of people don't see it that way.
yeah, I thought I was purchasing this cigar. You gave me this cigar to smoke here while I'm here. But there was no way I wasn't not going to at least buy 2 cigars. You get what I'm saying? I didn't have to, but I feel like when you come into somebody's establishment, especially a cigar lounge, as soon as you walk through that door, buy something. Or if you're not in a position to buy something, you shouldn't be in that lounge. That's just my personal opinion.
This is an analogy that we all use here, and I'm gonna look at the camera when I say it. Do you bring steak to a steakhouse? Do you bring beer to a bar? We have everything you need. You don't need to bring anything you need. We have lighters, we have cutters, we have cigars, we have everything you need. We have ice, cups, everything. We got you. We'll take care of you.
Absolutely. What separates a good lounge from a great one?
People.
How did I know you was going to say that? Yes.
Clientele. It goes back to what I was saying before. It's not about what I sell in my humidor. Yeah, it's different. It's not, you know, the run-of-the-mill Monte Cristo, Romeo and Juliet, you know, all the big brands. That's fine. That's all subjective. You're not going to find every brand in every humidor. But you're also not going to find every one of these customers at every single shop. And we've tailored our clientele to people that are on board with cigar den culture. You like it, you stay. You don't like it, you can go somewhere else. And we're okay with that, you know, and everything isn't for everybody. You know, you don't like what we do, that's okay. You know, we try to keep things as civil as possible and everybody as happy as possible. And as you see, like, people coming in and out while we're doing this, these are the guys that are happy to be here, and that's what makes this place special.
I love the aesthetic. I love the decoration. I'm mad. There's a light back here over top of what you guys see. And it's a cursive cigar den. I couldn't get it in the frame, but this is dope, man. I love the first time I came. Me and Nick had spoke over Instagram, and I just so happened to be in the area. I feel like I was here for an event. Yeah, I was in Brunswick for an event. My guy Bonds Getting Bands had a sneaker convention, and I'm like, you know what? Let me check. I remember Cigar Den being somewhere in Brunswick, and then we shot over. You weren't here, but we sat, smoked a cigar, left, but. It's great vibes in here, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just what we try to keep. You know, it's clean. It's, you know, the staff is fun. Everybody is just, you know, their own person, and we just try to keep that vibe.
What's next for Cigar Den? Is there any expansion or new ideas coming?
I would like to go into another shop and expand. I mean, that's definitely always in the cards. You always want to continue to grow. Right now, we're just keeping it nice and even keeled and seeing where things take us.
Rapid fire questions. This is before the closeout.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Jordan or Adidas?
Jordan.
I'm not even asking this next one.
Ask
SB
the next
Dunk.
one. Ask the next one. just in
SB
case.
Dunk or Jordan 4?
SB4.
Morning cigar or night cigar?
Night cigar.
Sweet cigars or bold and spicy?
Depends on your mood. Bold and spicy is usually the go-to.
Lounge vibe. Music on or quiet smoke?
Music on.
One sneaker you never sell.
In my collection.
That you'll never sell.
Never sell. I would never sell anything. Yeah, I heard this quote once. It's not even a quote. Just only crackheads sell their shit.
One cigar you always keep stocked.
In the humidor?
You'll keep stocked personally.
It's always Flor de las Antillas from my father, Aladino Maduro, and anything from Roma Craft.
Anything. You just love
Anything.
all Roma Craft.
Everything from Roma.
Any final words for sneakerheads who want to get into cigars or cigar smokers who want to step into the sneaker culture?
I got nothing for that. You're going to have to cut that out.
Nah, listen. So look, man, so this guy pulled out some Paldean Fates Pokemon packs. We're going to do some live rips and see if we can catch something. You never know. We might could catch the Bubble Mew. Yeah, I don't know. Paldean, what did he say? They go for about like 13 a pack now or something like that?
$14 a pack. Let's see what you got.
Let's see. Let's see.
Fuck it. I'm into.
Bubble Mew. Bubble Mew. Is this 3 to the back? 1 to the back, you know?
It's 1.
1. Oh, yo, if we pull Bubble Mew, bro.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
If we pull Bubble Mew, bro.
I got a full art back here, so I'll let you go first.
Ooh, I see something back there. I see something back there. It's probably
Let's see
nothing,
what
though.
you
You
got.
know how it goes. Oh, bit sharp. Nothing crazy.
No.
Nah.
All right. Palafin full art. It's probably like $2.
Let me see the Palvin. Hey, you got a full art, though? What are you doing with the rest of these, man?
Open them.
Oh,
Open 'em.
shit.
Or give them away. I don't know.
No,
You
we're
got a card show coming up?
Nah, bro, we're cracking. Yeah, absolutely. Just Nice Sneaker and Trading Card Convention, Sunday, February 1st, Vineland, New Jersey Convention Center. Then February 28th, Just Nice Card Con. That's in Chase Field House, Wilmington, Delaware. Then March 29th, we're at the Barclay Center in Brooklyn, New York. If you get a table, if you get general admission, you get to go to the game that night against the Sacramento Kings. Listen, we're trying to do some different stuff, man.
You gotta
Now-
mix it up. Got to stay relevant.
Now we trying to pull this Bubble Mew. You hear it?
Let's go.
Come on, Bubble Mew. Full art, Claude Sire.
Let's see what we got here. Pow Me full art. Or Paw Me, whatever that is.
You get them full arts though, man.
Yeah, no. Oh, we got a Starmie Baby Shiny. That's
Shiny.
probably better than this one. I'm gonna put that away.
Probably. All right. Navern. Full art.
See, these aren't the characters I remember from back in the day.
No,
I
hell
remember
no.
jamming my Mews and my Mewtwo's in my pocket. Like,
You might want to hold on to that one. It might be a couple.
I don't know what a Clive is, but it's a support full art. That's pretty cool.
What was that?
And a Raichu. I remember when hollows were the thing.
Yes.
Sorry if I'm away from this, but I
No,
remember
you're
when
good.
hollows were like the thing, and I opened my first pack at like 36 years old from doing it from when I was 10. I was like, oh, I got a hollow, and I was like, how much is this? And it said 7 cents. I was a
Yeah,
little
it's
disappointed.
crazy.
Hollows were like the jam, but yeah.
You got another full art. Damn.
Yeah. Oh,
I got one full.
all
All right, no bubble mew today.
no bubble meal.
But look, man, appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys tap in. Nice Cigarz podcast. Gonna be on all streaming platforms right now on Spotify. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out. Nice Cigarz. Cigarz with a Z on Instagram. Yeah, man. Traveling the lounges all over the place. Just came back from Miami with Drew Estate. Just shot with Osvaldo Morales of OM Cigarz. Steve with Summers Point Cigarz. Listen, 2026 is up. Yeah, man. Nice Cigarz podcast. Nick, I appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate
for
you.
having me come through.
Thank you.
My guy. Make sure you guys remember, chase the vision, not the money. Let's go.